Hi there, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, in our last video, we built this little interactive grid. Really easy to do, really nice little interactive feature to have on your site. I was looking around the Elegant Themes site the other day and happened to notice in their blog, they've got 7 grid downloads, absolutely free, that you can download, customize for your needs. I downloaded number 1 there. And this is what we came up with. Really easy to do. Of course, it's fully responsive if I hit my F12 key. Let's choose an iPad. Looks really good on the iPad there. And on mobile device, we've got 2 columns going on right there. Like I say, really easy to do. I'll show you how to download, import, and customize. So let's get started. Let's actually start a new page. And we'll call it Divi Grid. And of course, use the Divi Builder. And if we go to this page, and obviously I'll put the link down below the video for you. Just click on it, it'll take you straight to this page. If you roll down a bit, they've got a little table of contents here. Of course, you're going to want to preview the grids. Just click on that, it'll take you to a preview of them. As I said, that was the one we did before. We'll do that one again. And there's 7 to choose from here. So how do you download them? Well, if you go back up to your call to action, or you can scroll down the page a little bit more, if you hit the download for free button here, once you get down here, you're going to find a little button. If you don't, you'll find a little grid to put in your email address if you're not signed into your Elegant Themes account. Just pop your email in there and this button will show up. And don't worry, they don't spam you or anything. Once it shows up, just left click on it. It'll download the files to your default file download location. Browse to your download location. It's going to download it as a zip file, so we need to extract it. Simply right click on it. I'm going to hit extract here. I've put mine into a separate folder here, so all the files are going to be extracted directly into the folder, as you can see. And we've got 7 of them, 1 through 7 there. They're JSON files. We've got one on the end called all. Funnily enough, if you import that one, it'll do all 7 of them. But you can import them individually, and that's what we're going to do today. So let's go back to our Divi page. We're going to build from scratch, but we need to import these things. So if I go to this page, let's go to our dashboard. To import, we need to go down to Divi, down to Divi Library. Take us to this page right here. We need to go up to the top to import and export, funnily enough. If I left click on that, it's going to open a new window, import and export layouts. We want to import, so I'm going to left click on the import tab right there. And if we go back to our folder, if I shrink that up a bit, you'll see exactly what I'm going to do here. Where it says no file selected, I'm going to simply left click. I'm going to drag the one I want. And I'm going to release it where it says no file selected there. As you can see, it's in there. If you prefer, you can hit choose files and browse to your download location that way. I'm not going to import presets because I don't want it overriding any presets I've got. So let's hit import Divi Builder layouts. As you can see, it's pretty quick. It'll reload the page for us quickly. And there's our knockout grid section 1. I've got a feeling it might have overwritten itself there as I had that one in there before, but that's how you import it. Now, once we've got it imported, if we go back to our page here, hit the little blue button for a new section. If we look at these, we can see that our knockout grid is a section. It's not a row, it's not a full page layout, and it's not a module. So we'll add it as a section. Going to add from library, styled knockout grid section 1. Use this section. And again, very quick to load. And this is what it gives us, which is pretty cool. I don't need my little section on the top, so I'm going to get rid of that. And of course, we can go in and we can edit this, change it around, something that's going to match our site a little bit better. If we click on one of these, we see that it's a heading module. Obviously, you can go in there. I'm going to actually leave the heading it is, but of course, you can change it to whatever you want. In fact, if I just change that to my, you'll see. Very easy to do. If you want to change the font, I'm sure you know how to do that. We can go over to design. Here's the heading text. It's an H3. That's going to work for me. We're using Space Grotesque. If you want to change it, just left click on there. roll over one of these, it'll give you an example. You can change it to whatever font you want. I'm going to leave mine on the default there. And of course, the color you can change and everything like that. In fact, I'm going to change mine to white because I'm going to change the background color. So let's just make that white and just make it stand out a little bit more. I'm going to give it a little bit of text shadow, which I think works quite well with heading modules. And I want to change that background color. I want it to be more of a color that's going to work with what I've got going on here. So if we look at the background and heading, I don't think it's that background. I think it's actually in the column that it's sitting in, perhaps. So let's go back one with the heading module. I'm just going to go back one. Yep, there's our yellow background color. Let's change it to perhaps the light blue that we've been using from the color palette we created earlier on. And may as well do this one. Again, I've just clicked on the heading. Going to go back one. We'll change that one to the blue. And similar for this one. Click on it, go back one. Whatever color you want to use. Now the actual background itself, it's got an image and a gradient on it by the looks of things. I think that's in the section itself. So let's go to the blue tab for the section. There we go. I've clicked on the section. As you can see, it's the section. They've got a background color of yellow. Not sure they're using that. I think they're using this gradient that they've got here. And an image. So firstly, let's swap out an image, something more appropriate to what we've got going on. Let's throw in something with a little bit of height, perhaps. And we've got our image in there, but the yellow hue really is not working for me. And I think that's this gradient right here. Click on the gradient. Maybe we're in the section here. Top one is a black's fine, but the bottom one is a yellow. I'm going to change that to the blue. Perfect. And if you want to, you can change the black, the top color if you want to there. So this is what we've got right now. Now I want to make all of our text in these modules the same color as this one. I'm sure you know how to do that the easy way. If we just go back into our heading module, we'll go over to design and the heading text itself. I'm going to right click beside the blue writing. I'm going to say extend heading text attributes. Just want to do the heading module. I can do the whole page because our grid's the only thing we've got on it. Otherwise you can just select the parent row or column, whatever you want to use. Be parent section. Design attributes is fine. Don't want to do all modules though. Just want to do our heading modules. I'll hit extend. And that's automatically copied that across for us. Perfect. Okay, the other thing I did, I created a little hover effect with this blue background. Very easy one. In fact, I should have probably done this before I extended the styles. So again, if we click on this, we'll go back to our background. Always under content right here. And let's create a hover effect. So we'll leave it that color. And when they hover over it, let's have it perhaps go a deeper blue or whatever works for you. To create the hover effect, very easy to do. Go up to the top. You'll see a little computer type icon there. I'm going to flip it to hover. Now we can select any color that we want to see on hover. I'm just going to make it perhaps a deeper blue. When you're happy, we can copy that. I'm not going to extend this time. I'm going to just hit copy background color. We're still in the hover mode. I'm going to go to this one. Obviously, we want to go back one. I'm going to paste the background color in this one. Remember, we're on hover over here. Funnily enough, I'm going to do the same one with this one. The heading, go back one. It says background color there. I'm going to paste. Perfect. Now it's really important that we go back up here once we've done the hover effect. Left click on the arrow and flip it back to test desktop. If we don't, every time we do anything here, it's only going to happen when they hover over it. Now the little dots in the actual grid itself, if I go to wireframe mode, left hand side, you can see a little icon called wireframe view. If we click on it, it'll take us to the back end, which tells us what we've got there. We've got 3 headings in our grid. We've decorated those. But we've also got, if I click on one of these, a bunch of dividers. Click on one of those, as you can see, we're in the divider, and we flip back to the regular view now. They're using a white for the background color. If you wanted to, we could change it to whatever color you wanted for a demo. It does the little dots right here. And I've only done the first one. Remember wireframe root, I clicked on this, and you just need to go in the other threes if you want to change it to that color. Let's just revert, and we'll add that white back in there. I think that works quite well for me. And then the lines themselves, if we go back one, we're in the columns. I think they're using a border column color there. So if we go over to design, here's the border. They're actually using a right-hand border and a bottom. The all round is a 0, so they're not using that. Now, if you want to change these, I'm sure you figured it out. Just pick out whatever color. Throw in that blue. If we do the bottom one now, do the same thing. We use that same crazy blue. It does the other grids for you. So you can change the color of the grid and also the color of the little sections that you're using for the buttons there. And the reason there's so many of them, they've actually looped it. But let's change this back to white. And also we'll do this one back to white again. Perfect. And you can go on, you can do whatever you want with this. The reason we've got so many of these here is because they've looped it, as I mentioned earlier. If I go back to my content on the column here, you can see they've got it looped. And they've got it looped 13 times for the amount of boxes. If you start adding more numbers, for instance, if I make that 15, it'll start adding boxes on the end, 13, 14, 15. So if we did 17, we'd have a whole nother row. If you needed to add to yours. There we have it right there. I'm going to put that back to 13 as it was. But you can customize these pretty much how you like. They're not quite as interactive as the one I built yesterday, but they are great little designs and really easy to work with. So let's make sure this is going to work on the front end. I'm going to hit save. And we'll preview on the front end. And here we have our little grid. As you can see, it's the colors that we want now. Let's make sure our little hover effect's going to work. Perfect. Put in any picture you want behind there. Add more of the little columns if you want to. As you've seen, really easy to do. And absolutely free to download. Don't forget, I'll put this grid download page from Elegant Themes. Link will be below. Click on it. Download whatever grids you want. Have a bit of fun. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions either about Divi 5 or Divi 4, put them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.